What would you classify as the most dangerous disease you've had to clean up after?
And you knew about it, or do they not tell you sometimes?
Yeah, no, I feel like they have to tell them because they've got to at least tell them what to wear.
Okay, that's true.
We got to have precautions ahead of time so we can find that out. We're privileged to that information. We can go find a nurse and ask. But the most terrible one, I mean, tuberculosis is up there, but that's like a colonial age disease. We can fix that.
Nothing like an Ebola or a...
We have had one Ebola come through. We had a reserved Ebola cart, and it's like, this stays here. It doesn't go anywhere else. I was in there cleaning the room, and I was like, this is the Ebola cart. That one thing happened that one time. But
like,
that's terrifying. Is that the one where you just like liquefy your insides? Like,
is that true?
Yeah. I mean, there's a few like that, but you know, most of them hit somewhere else. The most common one that we deal with, which, you know, isn't really life-threatening, but it kind of ruins your life for a while, is C. difficile, where you basically get deadly diarrhea, and it like, totally interrupts you, like your life for a while.
Like modern dysentery.
Yeah, basically.
That's horrible.
But it's like super contagious. This is like one of the diseases we could nearly wipe out if almost everybody washed their hands on a consistent basis.
Wow, but this like
that is the thing that literally drives me nuts. Is it's like, oh, hey, everybody, wash your hands. Everybody does, and like for the first like couple of weeks, I saw people actually washing their hands as they left the men's room, and I was like, why is that a weird thing for me to witness? Is people washing their hands? I don't get it. Why is that so hard? Like, like it's got to be like prevention, where people like, because they don't encounter the diseases, because they don't encounter necessarily what they're passing around or what they're giving to people, they don't equate the fact that they failed to wash their hands with the fact that it still spreads. But it's like you said, like if we just all wash our hands, this crazy diarrhea disease would not exist.
Yeah, because the thing with this disease, it's like it's been around forever, and literally it would go away if you just washed your hands after you go to the bathroom. Because that's how it spreads. It's spores from your poop.
Oh my goodness.
I could literally
So people like they go to the bathroom, don't wash their hands, and all of a sudden they're getting it all over the place.
It's literally fecal spore.
That's
spread.
Yeah.
Why is this not the thing we're freaking out about? Close down the country until people wash their dang hands. I'm all about it now. I wasn't for it now, but now I'm about it.
Here's what we do. Every like public restroom, we have a robot that locks the door, and it's like, if you didn't wash your hands, it's like, no. Like,
you have to get your hands scanned before you leave a public restroom.
I mean, the technology's here. We just need to install it. I'm all for it.
SARS, Legionnaires, dysentery, N1H1.
Ooh. Because every year horrible viruses, because we have everywhere we freak out.
Oh, did you have any H1N1? That one was awful.
Oh, I had H1N1 once. That was terrible.
You personally?
Hallucinations. Yeah, it was. I had it in college. I was like a sophomore or junior. And I just remember sitting in my room, and like I looked up at the wardrobe, and it was just kind of wobbly, like it was made of Jell-O. And it freaked me out, so I started screaming at it.
I mean, that's literally something I would do too, because like, you maybe didn't know. Or how did you find out that you had it? Just from circumstances?
That was the year that it became a thing. Like it had always existed for a long time, but like that was the year it just became the disease that, you know, was just going around. And so I was like, oh, I get the flu every year. I'll probably just get the normal flu. I got the normal flu vaccine. Got H1N1 somehow. Yeah. And it went around our college a little bit, but it hits you harder than any flu. It was, you know, it's not the worst disease I've ever had, but oh my gosh, I was, you know, the school didn't do a good job taking care of us in the dorms. They quarantined us and didn't really feed us or give us water.
What?
Yeah.
That's not right.
That seems,
That's
you didn't wash your hands after touching those veggies. That's what Steam thinks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
All those veggies. Man.
Yeah, it's just the same recovery as the flu. You know, bed rest and drink plenty of fluids. It's just, it hurts.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. I didn't know you got hallucinations from H1N1. That's crazy.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Right? It's the fever mixed with dehydration.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's almost like a...
that makes sense. Oh.
what is it called? Like a mirage. Like when you're in the desert, you're hot, you're dehydrated, and you start seeing things. Like it kind of blends into that. I feel like I've been there. I've had dehydration a few times where I've had to go like on a drip. So it's
oh my gosh, I remember that. That was bad.
I'm not great when it comes to retaining my liquids, so I have a lot of lemon in my waters a lot of the time.
Good job. Way to hydrate.
Speaking of water, if you have somebody with COVID who sneezes into your mouth, if you just keep drinking water, it'll flush it out because you cannot get COVID in your stomach. Your stomach will kill it.
Oh, it's not a mucus membrane. That makes sense.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, great. So
that's why food orders are fine.
Yep. Food orders, drink orders. You know, if you have a water bottle that has a closing top that isn't exposed, you just drink that routinely throughout the day, which you probably should do anyways. Get up into your sinuses or something like that.
Someone sneezed in my mouth. I need to test it.
Steam will find them for you. No scurvy for you. Yes.
Yeah, I'm always running that lemon just because it's such a. I actually found out because this really old guy at the church we grew up in was having issues absorbing water after a couple surgeries that he had, and they gave him these weird lemon pills, and I was like, huh. And so I started just adding lemon, and something about the acidity of the water makes it easier for your body to like osmosis or whatever.
Like electrolytes, kind of?
It's not electrolyte replacement though, because it's not the electrolytes that I'm losing. It's literally just needing the water to permeate the membrane better. But I got all kinds of weird things. I got like high bilirubin and stuff, so like I'm a goofball.
That's his excuse. He's been telling me for years about why he farts so much. Like, it's always the joke, like the husband always is like, like farting all the time. No, that's like my reality.
It's true.
That's the truth. Like literally, I can't even tell you like how many times a day. I don't even know.
I mean, it's uncountable. The normal amount of times. It's not like I fart more than someone else. It just smells bad.
It doesn't smell as bad.
It smells bad.
It doesn't smell as bad because you're used to it.
Maybe that's the truth. Yeah, my like nose is like ode of Blaine fart mixed with wet grass. Lovely.
Gross.
But yeah, it's literally your bilirubin count, which I don't really know what that means, honestly.
Bilirubin are generated when your body is breaking down blood and then like making more blood, so it has something to do with like my metabolism or something like that. I always forget.
It's also a thing with like jaundice.
Oh yeah, I was a yellow baby.
Oh yeah, you did have.
I was a yellow baby. So I was a jaundice baby.
Wow. Yeah. Steam Wolf says fart battle.